I'm just gonna wing it, because that's how I do things. Hi, it's Samael up front. I'm a fusion of Sab and Eli. Eli being around is kind of like cool and exciting, because that's the first time that, I guess we have like kind of a lot of different groupings in our head, and kind of all the people who are in Devora are in one of those groupings, and Eli's in an opposite one, but we don't really have word for the groupings. We have kind of vague thought concepts. But anyways, I'm here. Chava Eve, who is Rowan, and Aaliyah is kind of like chilling, but I'm the one who's like talking to you. So I'm super borderline right now, and I don't know, I think that's actually why part of why videos work well for us is because, I don't know, we can just kind of like blah and like talk about stuff, and people can give us attention for it later, and we're like, awesome, we love attention. I've actually been like struggling a lot to find a way to get attention through the internet, because we used to get it in like a couple different ways, and they were coping mechanisms within the situation that we were in, but like, oh no, don't lose this trail of thought. No, so the internet ways we got attention were like useful and good in the situations we were in, but once we got into healthier situations in some ways, they became actually like pretty toxic behaviors before us, and like we realized that we had been like sustaining damage from them, and so we're like, hey, let's not do those things. So we just kind of like cut ourselves off. Do we all do the boof thing? Is that an arts thing that we've never noticed about ourselves? This is also another reason why we're excited for the videos, because just being like, hey, that's literally us. That's me talking on the screen, and like getting those feelings with characters is so nice, and being like same and me, but like it's really different when it's like, whoa, that literally is me. I'm listening to music. We're listening to Sab's playlist. The Sab part of me was like, my playlist, because Eli's was playing earlier. Anyways, we're hypothetically doing a makeup video here. I don't know. We've only talked for 3 minutes. We're chatterboxes and shut-ins, so getting like ways to chatter without actually having to necessarily directly interact with people is just like, oh, wow, it's such a relief. It's so nice. We're really just like all over everything shiny about these videos. We're excited. Probably the biggest problem is us getting a backlog of videos to transcribe. We'll deal with it. We'll probably just like sit down and transcribe a bunch at once or something like that. So yeah, I am feeling super borderline, and just spent the day dissociated at work because I was having a borderline meltdown about something related to work, but like I'm at work, so can't have like a full-length meltdown. So now I'm like, I need my makeup on. Makeup is a super, super strong coping mechanism for both Sab and Eli, so I'm like, yep, face. So I've got the most important part of a emo makeup look, which is yesterday's makeup on. But like, I'm not kidding. At like the eye stuff, emo makeup, when you're just doing it for the first time on a bare face, it doesn't smudge at night. You gotta sleep in it. Don't sleep in your makeup if it bothers your skin, etc. It's just what we do. Ugh. I feel like we're gonna give so many disclaimers. So yeah, I kinda, well, Eli in particular has a very particular eye look, which is basically like extremely thick black eyeliner, like kind of just like a circle around the eye, and then additionally takes black eyeshadow and like blends it in, and particularly kind of like in a skull shape, because Eli's got that shit going on. It's interesting because Sab also does really heavy eyeliner, very much goes towards like sharper looks, whereas Eli particularly like doesn't like that when it's just them. Forgetting our own pronouns. What fun. Yeah, I don't know, I find my makeup interesting because it's like stuff that neither of my headmates or of my components would super enjoy on their own face alone, but then we fuse and we're like, hey, this is fucking cool. This is who we are together. A really big emo. This one I think we'll have beta viewed. Again, we had like some pretty big confidence about all of Devora's components videos. Like, we didn't get the poetry video betaed, and I don't know if we're gonna get the... I don't know. Just having the video betaed was a nice experience. I'm literally like giving up all semblance of makeup. This is like the equivalent of hairdresser chat, you know? But like, we're talking to ourselves while doing our own makeup. It's comforting and it's nice, and apparently people like it, so I'm like, cool. I'll put stuff that gets me attention on the internet. Wow. That's something that like we really actively reclaim, actually, because we've had people be shitty for us getting attention on the internet since we were a wee baby emo, trapped in abuse, without even like having anywhere near the framework to even understand that like we didn't deserve to be treated that way. So yeah, along with the emo comes the the emo. It's not just makeup. Probably have to trigger warning this video. Should probably ask people how they want trigger warnings to do. Write in the comments how you like the trigger warning. Oh no, that was me like imitating Devora. Then they got cross, or A got cross. Not like cross, but just like, you're doing me, not you. So yeah, people have asked us if we have different voices, and we like, I'm pretty sure we do, because this is kind of my voice, and I like fluctuate and stuff. But then Devora does this and does the dancing words and the higher something. I'm pretty fragmented. Well, not fragmented. It's not the right word. Foggy, maybe? Because, yeah, I basically just dissociated through the day. And apparently that makes you spacey. I got home and put on my trauma shirt, which it's... can't remember the name. We'll find it out. Put it in the description. But we don't actually even read the webcomic that it's from, but it's just like, it's me. It's that thing. Guess I've got pain problems. And we love wearing it out in public, because if anyone ever asks us about it, they're like, what's your shirt say? You have... and I go, guess I've got brain problems. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, I have PTSD and ADHD, along with a handful of other things. It was a short list for trying not to be scary to normies, basically. And they go, oh. I love it. I love it because when we come across other people who've got the, like, brain weirds, brain bads, neurodiversities, they're like, yeah, that. And we're like, yeah, I get to connect with it. So it, like, freaks out neurotypicals or like people highly invested in the normative whatever. And then it also connects us with the people who are like neurodiverse and brain weird, and we're like, yeah, good, double duty. I guess triple duty, because it also like makes me feel like, yep. I guess it makes me feel badass because of those things, though. Anyways, I'm gonna use, the eyeliner. We want to get into the habit of like sharing what products we're using. This is the CoverGirl Liquiline Blast. That's the black we did. That's the one that we talked about in our last video, I think it was, about it just being like really nice. No, I think actually that's our first video that was, but about being really nice and creamy, and we like that because we like, being autistic, have a lot of like sensory stuff. Oh, I've forgotten my brushes again. I'm back with my brushes, including the contouring brush, because I definitely, both Seb and Eli very much like doing the high contour, very obvious cheekbones, really accentuating that. We haven't turned on any lighting. Jeez. Is that any better? Oh, you can actually see my face. Hey. Good thing I did nothing but just talk a lot in that first section of video. I put on the thick black eyeliner, but there's only so much you can learn about putting on thick black uneven eyeliner. I think we really love the emo look because it's like, I don't know, it's supposed to be like, look not the same, but like be the same tenor and stuff when you're like having a sobbing meltdown and like, I don't know, when you've smeared your eyes a lot and stuff. It's just, I feel like our emo eye makeup looks are ones that really like, they like better with wear. It's like those jeans where they're like, they like fade pretty or something. I don't know. There's a word for that or something, but we're kind of that whole spacey thing. So yeah, so this is like a bit more of the Eli shape with like making it really round. And we're just using straight up like the most basic. I think this one might actually be from Sephora. But it's like the Makeup Forever Professional Paris. Oh yeah, because it was like, yeah, it's their like palettes there. I'm probably not describing that super well, but c'est la vie. We might be throwing in French, because we are trying to learn French. Oh jeez, we haven't done our Duolingo yet today. Ugh. We had like a 34-day streak, and it was so exciting. It was the longest streak we had ever had on Duolingo. And then we forgot, and it was totally a case of like ADHD brain spacing out, because we were like, oh yeah, we want to do that before bed. And then we just didn't. And then woke up in the morning and we're like, no. And we lost our 34-day streak, and so now it's like really difficult to get motivated and back into it, because I'm like, oh, 1-day streak, great. And that's borderline for you. Or like mental state, NDBW. NDBW we use to mean neurodiverse brain weird, and we kind of just all our stuff under that. Yeah, I think I wanted to make the eyebrows sharper. You will remember that, I don't remember who was fronting yesterday when we did the makeup video, but whoever was doing that talked about not really caring about it being sharp, but now I'm like, nope, I care. And so we're gonna take eyeliner, because we just like to wildly use makeup however we fucking want to on our face. Yay, intermission. Oh, I put it, the videos from the phone to the computer. We really need to clean out the thousands and thousands of pictures that we have on our phone. We need to get like a cloud or something, I don't know. Somewhere along the way we fell off of technology, and it's really frustrating because we used to work a tech job, and like, we used to know shit. And no more. Now we're like, how do I photo things? I don't know. Anyways, we're feeling fucked up because we got triggered further. One of those things that is like, oh, that's no one's fault, but wow, yike, I'm triggered. So, yeah, in case you were wondering, we definitely are of the opinions that BPD and PTSD are super linked. Because, like, nothing makes us want to do, like, impulsive shit more than getting triggered. I feel like this is more like a mental health diary than a makeup look, but like, hey, why not both? We're the internet generation. Oh God, I'm so glad we live with the internet. Just like, yikes. Imagine not being able to make friends worldwide. We have so few friends in the same city as us. And just like, whew, I can't imagine. We would just be total shut-ins. So, both Eli and Sab like to do black lips. But they do them in pretty different ways. And it looks like we're going with the Eli black lip today. It's still Samuel, by the way. Slightly more Eli shifted than Sab. Sometimes we have the feel for that stuff, sometimes we don't. But yeah, so, like, honestly, my biggest thing with my emo makeup is, precise is the opposite of what I want it to be. I find it really emotive. Wow, could you tell? Oh, jeez. Oh, I scared myself. Sarah got a toy today at Valley Village, and it's like a noise-making toy. Sarah's gonna show this toy to you now. And that's what a sudden shift looks like. That's the first time we've ever done that on camera. I look really funny with somebody else's makeup. But anyways, this is the thing I got, and it's like a rain stick, but plastic, which we're not thrilled about, but it's really pretty and colorful. It makes lots of noise. I don't know if you could hear what I said. I said it was pretty and colorful. I guess I'm gonna be doing closed captioning. And that's like kind of a more slow, subtle shift over back into Samuel. So yeah, that plural thing. We're still like a little like, ooh. We get scared showing this stuff, but like, I don't know, we think it's important. We think it's important to make connections with people like us, and like, showing who we are is like a really good way to do that, it turns out. So, you know, we're gonna keep slugging through. So yeah, I just literally use black eyeliner on the lips. I'm probably gonna continue to like touch it up here and there, and then wipe it off, and touch it up and wipe it off. And I think, yeah, emo makeup for us is really iterative. It's really like, I am fucked right the fuck up, and I'm just gonna fucking concentrate on my face right now. Eli, however, tends to not do the, well, that's not true. Eli only does the green for fancy looks. I guess being semi-L counts as a good occasion to be fancy. As good as any. So this is one of those fantastic Lush pigments. I love this because we've been like saving them and not using them for a while because we're like, oh, we're not really going anywhere important because we pretty much only ever leave the house for work. We're trying to change that, so maybe that'll be different in the future, but currently we really only leave the house to do work and like errands, and see, I don't know, we get together with a friend like once a month maybe. Anyways, but this gives us like a reason to be like, haha, I want to look fucking good. So thanks for being awesome people who we are like, yeah, I want to look good for these people. This is the color called Healthy. I feel like I probably use it mildly ironically. When Rowan uses it, it's very like, But this is like a poison bottle labeled Healthy for me. I like that we can have like various interpretations of even like the same belongings in the physical world. It's really cool. It turns out that we're not super attached to this physical world anyway. This one is called Intuitive. It's the one that Dvora used in Fair Look the other day. So it by itself is a really nice, like, light shimmery green, but with putting the Healthy on underneath, it turns this, like, even more vivid. And gives us what we like to call an acid green. Or where most acids are colorless solutions, but I don't care. I'm dramatic. Will's like shaking his head and like, and also being like, I need to look up a green acid now. I'm like, thanks, buddy. Not sarcastically, genuinely love that. Will is like, you're an exception? Fine. I will find an exception. People are like breaking physics rules as we understand them, so like, I'm sure there's green acid. This is what having a conversation with us is like, but this is basically us just having a conversation with ourselves. Shay, that happens when you're 10 people in a head, body, thing, whatever we share. So yeah, I think you can already see how this is like a pretty different look than what Dvora and whoever filmed the video. Was it Avital? Yeah, it was Avital. Nice. Gay. Yeah, good. Yeah, so, some people are like, make sure you look natural with your contour, and I'm like, make sure you look natural with your contour if you're going for a natural look. And then I do kind of this thing. I think, yeah, they had contour on for, the Osmia Aglaya look, but they predid it, because that was just a eye look. I can't tell if this is, like, not reading on the camera, but no, it's getting there. I'm also feeling just, like, super dramatic, so, a contouring trick that we learned, is we used to do contouring directly under our cheekbone, and that actually, I mean, if you like the way it looks, do it, but, to get a more intense contour, you actually bring it up over the cheekbone, because you want to think about kind of the light hitting along the cheekbone, so you don't want it like we used to start it under here, as opposed to up here, like on the top of the cheekbone. So that's our little contouring tip of the day. I feel like that side went on a lot better, and I can't tell if it's just the lighting. We should really get some sort of like makeup light and just put it up there on our desk so we can do this without being like, oh. Not that it matters, because we're basically just doing this look to look good on camera, so all that matters is what shows up on camera. Which I'm still... It's interesting, sometimes I just like... it makes sense for me to just be like, no, higher contour. Higher, sharper cheekbones. I used to do primarily looks with like a lot of foundation, but we've made a kind of personal, not so much a rule as like we recognized that we were using foundation because we thought our skin looked bad. We really wanted to decenter the idea that like skin should be acne free or shouldn't be like red, and we're red-faced people, so I'm sure you can tell because we don't have any blush on. We actually wore blush for a very, very, very long time because one time we put on a little bit and someone was like, "You blush too heavy. I'm angry about the makeup that you've done on your own face and you've done too much blush." And we're like, we didn't change the color that much. We've actually had people feel like you're wearing too much blush when we're like not wearing any product on our face. And the moral of that story is people are assholes about makeup and will kind of just be assholes about makeup, and that's not to excuse that behavior. That behavior is really shitty, but like, do what you want with makeup. There's always going to be someone out there who's like, that's wrong. As long as you're having fun, as long as you're enjoying, exploring. I think makeup's just like a really good way of, similar to fashion, just like exploring how you can express yourself in your own body. And I'm like, that's cool, that's good. Society has like, oh god, so much bullshit about makeup, and it's just totally unnecessary. Just good and fun and colors on face. So yeah, this is our, I think I'm pretty like, yep, that's cool, and I've filmed a lot of video. Shit, this is gonna be really long. Oh well. Deborah had a nice little ditty at the end here about something about liking and commenting and etc. We like attention is really what that comes down to. Deborah says it in a really nice way, but like, we like attention, and if you give us attention, we'll be happy. Making ourselves blush by being truthful. Anyways, I think we're gonna stop the video now. I feel like I should have a better ending than that. Maybe like doing a pose or something. Yeah, I can do fun things with the face. Sneers. I love makeup like this because it just like, it's good. Anyways, now I think I'm gonna end the video because now I'm getting self-conscious.